Hello, this is Norma and welcome to my channel. Today I'm making another one of my favorite Liberian dessert, and it's Paw Paw pie. Some people call it papaya, but we say Paw Paw. So I'm using one large one. I'm going to be using some lime juice. I will tell you the exact quantity on my page. I have some vanilla. I have some nutmeg. I have some cinnamon. I have unsalted butter. And I'm also going to be putting some salt in there, just a pinch of salt. I have my sugar and I sifted it. So let's go on to cutting up the papaya. And the Paw Paw has to be very green. So let me show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cut both ends off. And when you cut it, this is how it looks. I'm going to cut it again. And this is what the inside looks like. I'm just going to take my knife and go all the way down. And I'm going to take all the seeds that's in there out. And after I take the seeds out, I will peel the skin off and then we'll be back. I've cut them and now I'm going to cut them in cubes. So I'm going to cut it about this size. I'm going to cut all of them and we'll be back. I've cut it all up in cubes and now I'm going to get a pot, fill it with water and put all of it in the pot so I can take it to my stove. I've taken it to my stove. I put lots of water and I'm going to bring it to a boil and let it cook very well, and we will be back to do the next process. So it's been 25 minutes and I had it covered. It's cooked well. I'm going to waste all the water. I've put some in my bowl and I'm just going to mash it well. And this is what I'm using to mash mine. So let me mash all of them and we will be back. After I mashed it, I put in my measuring cup so you can see. This is 4 cups right here and that's another cup. So the big one came to 5 cups, and now we're going to put it in a bigger bowl and start mixing the other things in there. Now I have it in a bigger bowl. I'm going to put the sugar. It was granulated sugar and I made sure to sifter it. And now I'm going to add my lime juice, my vanilla, nutmeg, cinnamon, and melted butter. And I'm just going to stir that all together. I added a pinch of salt. After I stir that all together, I'm going to set it aside and we're going to start making the pie crust. For my pie crust, I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour that I sifted. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of salt. Just stir that together. Mix it all up. I'm going to be using Crisco And I'm going to use the one that has the butter flavor. You can use the regular one if you want. And I'm going to use 1/4 cup of the Crisco. And I'm just going to put that in my flour. I put all my Crisco and I'm just going to mix it up. I want it to crumble with my flour and salt. You can use a blender if you want. I mixed it about 7 minutes and this is what it looks like. See how it crumbles? And that's what I want, so my pie crust can be flaky. For your crust, it's good to use icy cold water. So I have some ice in here. For the 4 cups of flour that I'm using, I might use 10 tablespoons of water. So I'm going to pour it and just sprinkle it one at a time. And just take my fork and spread it in. So I'm going to take another tablespoon. And sprinkle it. Let me do all of it and I will be back. So I've done the 10 tablespoons and you see how you can just squeeze it up. I'm going to put it aside. I'm going to put some flour just on my counter. I have my rolling pin right here and I'm going to put a little bit of flour on. I'm going to take some of my dough and just sprinkle a little bit of flour, make it into a ball, put it on my counter and just roll it. And I'm going to take this and just press it down. You don't want to roll it too much because you don't want your dough too hard. And this is what it's like. So after I did that, I took my rolling pin and I just rolled it out a little bit more just to make it a little bit wider. And I'm just going to transfer it to my plate right here and do all of them like that and we'll be back. So I have my rolled out dough. I'm going to stir the mixture of the Paw Paw because it's been sitting for a while. And I'm going to take some with my spoon and just put it in there. And I'm going to turn it this way and take my fork and seal it. This one I had too much in there, so the next one I won't have as much mixture. So this is it. Let me do another one. So this is another one. This one I will try not to put as much mixture in there. And I'm going to flip it around like this. take my fork and squeeze it on the side to seal it in. So this is it. Let me do all of them and we'll be right back. So I put parchment paper on my pan and I'm going to take my fork and just stick it. I've done that. I have an egg and I'm just going to put some milk in there and just beat it together. I'm going to take the egg and milk mixture and just put it over my pastry. It's all done, and the first set of my Paw Paw pie is about to go in my oven. Like I said, that I have preheated to 400 degrees. It's been 30 minutes and I took my Paw Paw pie out of the oven and my kitchen smells wonderful. I've cut one of my Paw Paw pie and this is what the inside looks like. So I'm about to have my dinner and I'm going to have some Paw Paw pie. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Hit that notification button so each time I upload you will be notified. Bye bye.